Hello, 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 hello. It is Dr. Cree, and welcome to this edition of the Dr. Cree and Me Show. I'm so happy to have you. You know, we're doing twice a month shows, broadcast now, and I know that you guys enjoy seeing me weekly, but this just kind of works better for Zoe and my family. So we're gonna continue with the twice monthly. So you still getting me, you're not getting any less. You're getting a little less, but if you need to watch something else, just watch some of the old videos. So we're gonna give people time to get here, and we're gonna talk about summer things you must do in the summer, like just health things that you do not think of. I'm gonna give you those tips. But when you get here, please tell me hello and where you watching from. I'm gonna log on as well so I can make sure that I can see everyone. Using this new platform, and I really like it. Hey Derek, how you doing? Hey, I'm so happy to see you on here. How's your day been? My day has been extremely crazy. Hey Shantae, how you doing? My morning was pretty good, but my afternoon was quite busy. Had a busy day. I saw about 15 people this morning, about 13 this evening, which was a little bit of a stimulation for me. So I know, did y'all go vote today? It's election day, primaries day here in Alabama. Hey, Montez, did y'all vote? Did you vote? Did you vote? Did you vote? I went this morning and I actually was the 18th person in line for voting. I have my, right this side, I have my I voted badge. So we are super looking forward to seeing who wins the primaries here in Alabama. So been a lot of commotion because people didn't know that for the primaries you had to vote party lines. Like they asked you, if you did not go, they asked you, do you want a Democratic ballot or do you want a Republican ballot? And she said yes, yes, and yes. She was number 103. So excuse me, was that this morning, Shantae, that you was 103, or was that tonight? I hope that was this morning. So can y'all hear me just fine? Hear me and see me just fine. We're gonna get started with this show in maybe like another minute or two. So everybody gives everybody time to get in. Hey Kim. Hi Mrs. West. So thank you. I'm so excited for summer. Spring and summer are my absolute favorite times of the year, but there's some medical things that you need to be mindful of that can happen during the summertime. And I want you to be mindful because I'm starting to see a lot of it. A lot of it because now the April showers have come through and we're kind of getting left with the hot, scorching, humid Alabama summers. Well, I'm in Alabama. So we'll get started in another minute. Hey girl, how you doing? It's been a day. So Zoe's not here today. Zoe's in Marion with my parents, and she's at Vacation Bible School. Did y'all used to go to Vacation Bible School? Oh, we used to go to Vacation Bible School, but Vacation Bible School was in the morning. It was like from 10 to 12 or something like that. And then we eat these little sack lunches. But it was in the daytime. It was in the daytime when we had Vacation Bible School. So now they have Vacation Bible School at night. Hey, Kisa. Thank you for joining. I know this is not ideal time for you, but thank you for coming. So she's at Vacation Bible School with my parents. She's trying to talk them into letting her learn piano lessons. And she went to vote today with my dad. So he was telling us all about it. So we're going to get started. I know you guys got things to do. You know who I am, guys. I'm Dr. Cree. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician, but I specialize in what's important to you through my awesome practice here in Birmingham, Alabama, Brownstone, my telehealth practice, my concierge patients. I just want you to live healthier, happier, just whole lives, because I feel like when you know better, you can do better. So you got the right questions in line to ask your doctor when you go. You just kind of feel better. We want you to feel better. So tonight we're going to talk about some things you must do during the summertime. Hey, Dave. Let's see who's on. Hey, Dave and Denise. Hey, Jennifer. Because we work on Mondays now. I have No, it's on Tuesdays. It's Tuesday nights. This is live, Jennifer. It's actually Tuesday nights at 6:30. It's not on Mondays anymore because I have a standing meeting on Mondays at 6:30. So number one, summertime. Y'all remember that song by whose song that was that? Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff. I mean, like when you hear it on the radio, don't you just instantly know that it's summertime because you like, laid back, kicking it and doing it right because now it's summertime. Even though it doesn't officially start till later this month, in my mind, in my house, we bought a watermelon this weekend. Hey, so that means it is summertime. Jay doesn't hardly eat the watermelon, just me and Zoe. We buy a big one, he cuts it, and we eat the watermelon. Anyway, I digress. So number one, apply sunscreen, okay? Everybody needs sunscreen. Everybody. I know there's this myth out here that if you have brown skin, if you have caramel skin, if you are hyperpigmented, if you're bronzed, you don't necessarily need sunscreen. But yes, my friends, you do need sunscreen. So number one, somebody write that in the chat. Apply sunscreen. These are summer do's that you must do. I have people that come in during the summer and are like super burnt. They've gone to the beach, they've gone on a cruise, and you're like, what is happening? What is happening here? Well, I didn't use any sunscreen. All of the days of going out there and rubbing Crisco on you and laying out in the sun. Number one, apply sunscreen. Apply about between 30 to 50, at least 30 SPF, because that the minimum of 30 blocks about 93-94% of the UV rays, because we want to block that from getting into, on your skin, soaking in. If you're African American, yes, you need sunscreen. Put sunscreen on your babies before you go to school. If you're bald headed and you do not have any hair at the top of your head, no matter what race you are, put that sunscreen on the top of your head. Okay. Skin cancers. I've seen skin cancers in the top of people's heads. Put it on. So you can get regular skin cancer, you can get melanoma, which is the one that can spread to other body organs and can cause cancer. We don't have time for that. Put the sunscreen on, okay? So number one is apply sunscreen despite your race, despite your age. Get out there, rub it on. Skin cancer is real. So what's the best for someone like me? I burn and peel. Yes, just do something that has, at least for you, I would do 50 or higher if you need a little bit stronger. And you can do the rub on. Zoe likes to spray. Her school would not let us use spray. We have to use the rub on with them, but we spray her down before with the aerosol. But I say do at least 50 on Montez. So number two, keep your feet dry. So you're out there, you're dipping your feet in the lake, you jumping in those little Crocs or whatever, you jumping in your tennis shoes. Yeah. Foot fungus is a real thing. So one, apply sunscreen. Two, keep your feet dry. I have several people coming in that have these really thick toenails breaking easy, yellow toenails, rash and scaling in between your toes, bottoms of your toes having rashes on them, like scaly, looks like dry skin, but it really is a rash. That is fungus. Now let's talk about treating fungus. It can take 6 months to a year to treat a toenail fungus. So you can take a medicine once a week, diflucan. You can take weekly to treat that toenail fungus, because we have to let the toenail grow out. So if you miss one of those weeks, you do have to start your time over again. So we don't want to do that. Keep your feet dry so you don't get those. All I can see is that Lamisil commercial or that Tough Actin Tinactin. Anybody remember that commercial? And then they pull the toenail up, and this little scary thing jump from up under there. Yeah, we don't need those scary things on our toes. So keep your feet dry. Going out to the lake, going to the pool, make sure that you're intentional on drying your feet. And if you had the same thing goes, if you have sweaty feet, if you just sweat at baseline with your feet, make sure that you keep them dry. There's no harm in, when you're getting home, turning those shoes upside down, especially if they're tennis shoes or boots and you're required to wear those. turn those upside down. Even consider, I've seen people do things like drying the shoe out with a blow dryer. Keep your shoes dry, keep your feet dry, keep your socks dry, because wetness is a breeding ground for yeast. We don't need yeast. We don't need that. Hey, Miranda, we don't need all that. So keep your feet dry. So number one, apply that sunscreen head to toe. Two, keep your feet dry. Number three, let's remember water safety. So we have a community pool in our neighborhood, and there's a big sign that says, children do not swim alone. I don't care how good of a swimmer you feel like your kids are. Please, please, please let them go. Unless it's a lifeguard on duty, please don't let your kids go swim by themselves. So much can happen fast. Kids get distracted, they horse around, they play around outside around the pool. Anybody can slip, hit their head. So number three is water safety. Remember water safety. Drowning is for real. We're in the South. People do not learn how to swim like we need to. People do not they just don't. I mean, I'm not even sure where that taboo has come from. I mean, my dad was a lifeguard my whole life, my whole childhood. But I learned how to swim a little bit because I did not like to do my hair. I had a perm then, so I'm like, oh my gosh, every time I go swimming, I'm gonna have to do my hair. So I can swim underwater, but I never learned how to like swim like that. So when we had Zoe, it was something that I really was adamant about, making sure that Zoe learned how to swim. So Zoe's been in swimming lessons since she was about maybe 2, a little less than 2. So we made that a big deal so she wouldn't be afraid of the water. So wet drowning is for real. And I'm not sure if you guys have heard of dry drowning. There is a phenomenon called dry drowning. You can get this water into your lungs. You went swimming. It's usually with little bitty kids and toddlers. Water gets in their lungs, and then they give out a breath. They go lay down, after swimming, and then they don't wake up. Well, they drowned. They can drown in their sleep or drown. Hey, Whitney, how you doing? They can drown, and it's called dry drowning, and they have fluid that's in their lungs. They're a scary phenomenon. So just make sure when you take your kids swimming, somebody's there watching them. Somebody that can swim is watching them. That'd be a lifeguard, that be another adult, but just don't just be like, it's summer, I'm just gonna let you go to the gym, to the pool by yourself. Be careful. Things happen very, 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 very fast. So number one, apply your sunscreen head to toe. 2, keep your feet dry. Foot fungus is nothing that you want to be having to deal with. Your spouse does not want to be feeling that foot fungus up and down their legs. Number 3, water safety. Be mindful and watch your kids. Be careful with that. Number 4, wear long sleeves if you're outside cutting the grass. So now it's time everybody's getting these. The man came and cut our grass last week, and I was so excited. I was like, yeah, we got those lines in the grass. Y'all know about those lines that go sideways? But you're like, oh my gosh, I got lines. The man has been here, or your husband got out there and cut the grass. So I was so elated, very excited, because it rained so much here in Alabama that, the grass and stuff was starting to look pretty bad and not kept. So that's how I know, like, oh my gosh, it's summertime in Alabama, because people are really out here on their yards, on their gardens. In our neighborhood, we got all kind of gardens, like corn and stuff. Where I'm like, are we in Birmingham or are we in Marion? So make sure to wear long sleeves when you're doing your yard work. If that's grass, you're gardening, because there is, even in the city, there's poison ivy, there's poison oak, there's poison sumac, and some people do not know what that looks like. They have a very looking, they look a certain way. So if you don't know what it looks like and you just out there cutting down and being overzealous because you're going to get your yard work on, you can get poison ivy. I've seen probably in the last month 5 or 6 cases of poison ivy. People just call and saying, I'm pretty sure I got in poison ivy. It's all on my face. It's all on my back. It's in my groin. It's here. It's there. Just know that. And if you touch it, if it's on your arm and you scratch your arm, then you scratch your neck, it will spread. So make sure that you wear long sleeves, wear those hats, protect yourself, protect your skin. It is so important to protect your skin. Be mindful that you don't want poison ivy in your girl parts and boy parts. Hey, Reverend Eva, you don't want poison ivy down there. Okay. So make sure that you are wearing long sleeves when you're outside working to protect you from poison ivy, poison oak, from ants, from bees, from wasps, everything's out there. You never know what you're gonna get into. So summertime in my best Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff, I'm channeling them tonight. We're gonna remember to apply sunscreen. To keep your feet dry because no one wants foot fungus and it's hard to treat toenail fungus. It takes 6 months to a year to get your toenails back better. Number 3, remember water safety. Don't just send your kids swimming with strangers. Make sure there's a lifeguard there. Make sure someone knows how to swim, and even encourage your kids to learn to take swimming lessons. If you're looking for somebody in Birmingham, I do have an awesome lady that teaches little kids how to swim. Just send me a message and I'll gladly get you her information. Number 4, wear long sleeve clothes outside when you're working in the yard because poison ivy, poison sumac, whatever, it's all out there. And number 5, with all the partying that you're doing, remember not to be able to get out there and exercise and move around a little bit more and shed your winter coat. But if you're drinking a lot of alcohol and you're on a wine cooler every day, or you're on a wine cooler or Lime-A-Rita every single day, then there's a good chance that you just very well may not lose your weight that you want to lose during the summertime. Alcohol causes you to hold on to salt, and salt causes you to hold on to water, which causes you to gain weight and feel bad. So be mindful. Number 5, do not drink too much. It's fun. It's always a barbecue. It's always a pool party. It's always neighbors standing out there. I'm sorry, I froze up. Number 5 was don't drink too much. Don't drink too much alcohol. Weight gain is real during the summertime because a lot of times we have too much fun. We're eating too much watermelon. We are eating too much watermelon. We're drinking too much alcohol. We're just having too good of a time. We're not moving around as much as we like to because it's hot. It's muggy. Don't get dehydrated from all the alcohol that you're just kicking it and having a great time. So remember, number 5 is don't drink too much liquor. Number 5, be mindful of that because if so, make sure you're hydrating. When you go to your doctor in 3 months, know that the doctor is going to ask you, what have you been doing this summer? Hey, Dr. Alicia, what are you doing this summer? What have you been doing this summer? Why you gain weight in the summer? You're not supposed to be gaining weight in the summer because you're supposed to be moving around, being more mobile, and shedding that winter coat. So summertime is my absolute favorite time of the year. Remember these tips. 1, apply sunscreen, 30 to 50 SPF at least every day. Number 2, keep your feet dry. Keep your feet dry because we don't want any toenail funguses. I'm good. Number 3, water safety. Make sure you're not just sending your kids to sending them to the pool alone. Number 4, long sleeves when you're going out to play and when you're going out, especially in the yard to work. And number 5, don't drink too much. Safety first. Don't drink and drive either. There's Uber and Lyft now in Birmingham, and we're excited about that. So use those or call a friend. So I'm happy that you guys joined me tonight. It's election night. The polls close in about 13 minutes, 14 minutes. You still have time to go vote. People died for our right to vote. Please exercise your right because it is your right. You make the decision. No matter if you were upset about we had to vote party lines or not, go out there and do it. Hey, Dr. Ijama. So I'm not going to hold you tonight because I'm going to be sitting in front of the TV trying to figure out who's won the elections. Hey, anybody else going to join me? And don't leave your kids and pets. Oh, yes, that's a good one. I had that on my mind. Number 6, that's a bonus. That's a good one. Don't leave your kids or dogs in the hot car. Birmingham has this great new initiative. They've got all these bright yellow signs say, look before you lock. Look before you lock so that you do not leave remind you about pets and kids. Do not run into the grocery store and get that milk while you leave your child in the car. Do not leave your dog in the car. Do not, y'all. We've seen it several times in our area. Kids have died from being left in the car. So please be mindful. It's hot outside. It's hot, hot, hot. Always look in your back seat. Make sure you put something. If you got little small kids, yes, those signs have. They're awesome branding, awesome marketing, awesome attention getter. So be mindful that put your pocketbook in the back seat so that you gotta look back there if you have kids or if you babysitting somebody and kids are not a part of your routine. It's easy to forget because that's not we're regimented people. So make sure put something in the back. Hey, Ann, put something in the back and say, hey, please don't let me, I got to get my purse. So I'll see the child in the car seat back there that may have fallen asleep on the way to work. Please be mindful of that. Please be mindful of that. Thank you, Shantae, for reminding me of that. So, yes, good tips. Thanks so much. Please put your purse in the back. See, I was so worried that I was going to leave Zoe in the back of the car when I had her, that I always, even to this day, have my book bag or my purse inside in the back seat. So I have to. I mean, now she's taught you to death. She talks so much that I'm sure that it'll be hard to forget her. Right? She'd be beating on the window or something. But as a young mother, that was one of my fears. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get out of this car and she's gonna be in here and I'm gonna work 12 hours and hadn't thought about my own child. So that was a fear. So I really put a lot of safekeeping. And then if you use Waze on your phone, like if you use Waze to get to and from, like as your map, you can have it where it gives you a ding and say, did you forget your kids? You made it to your destination. Do not forget your kids. Get your kids. So make sure that you know that that's a possibility that you can do on your apps. I mean, I'm not being funny. It's for real. Okay. So let's go see who won these elections. Good luck, Reverend Eva. We're rooting for you. And thank you guys for joining. You know who I am. I'm Dr. Cree. I'm a board certified family medicine physician, but I specialize in what's important to you through my awesome family medicine practice in Birmingham, Alabama, my telemedicine practice, and my Dr. Cree Me show. I help you to live healthier, happier, more aware lives. I feel like when you know better, you can do better. You can make wiser choices, because when the doctor starts fussing, you cannot say you did not know, because I'm pretty sure Dr. Cree and Me has mentioned it. Thank you for joining us. Check me out on my website, www.drcree.com. Spell out Dr. DOCTORKRE.com. And follow me on Facebook at Dr. Cree. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks and we'll talk about something else fun. So remember, enjoy your summer, but be safe. Have a good one.